think I've got a handle on what we're going to do today, but I don't have a drink. So I'm just going to go grab a drink and I will be right back. You guys, I'm coming. One of these days I'm going to get my life together and be able to actually, you know, I don't know. One day I'm just going to get my life together. Let's just leave it at that. I got the mug stand out because I agree with Tina that a mug is the way to go today. Hi, Cara. Melinda, Tina, hello. Velvet's here too. Hi, Velvet. Hi, Lorna. Good to see you guys. All right, give me 2 more seconds. I'll be right back. All right, and I just saw an email pop up from the board here at the building. So give me 2 more seconds and then I swear we're gonna get going. And that's done. All right, had to vote. I have to vote every once in a while on different stuff that goes on in the building. All right, so you know what I did though? I saved a color scheme on my phone because I've got a color scheme that is going to be perfect for our fall colored mugs. So we're going to work on these, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get my notebook and we're gonna write patterns for each of these 3 mugs. So I'm very, very excited. So we've got the mustard yellow, the khaki green, which is my favorite. I'm doing it last. And then the rust color. So that's what I need to find next, but I need to clean some of this crap off. What are you guys up to today? How's your day going? Happy Friday. Barb. Isn't it always feel better to be back with our people? I love you guys. Velvet said, hopefully today can stay for the whole stream. That would be lovely. We'll take you as long as we can have you, Velvet. I hope you're able to too, though. And tonight I'm going to be doing the double header on TikTok again. So I'll be 7 to 9 and then 10 until midnight. What's new, Barb? Love you too, Lorna. Doing some laundry. Boo, adult responsibilities. Boo. Oh, finishing the workshop piece. Nice. I'm anxious to sit down and work on the second version of that that we did for that simplicity one. I'm doing a second one. Oh, look at the glue that's going to stick on there. We're going to have to clean that off. Isopropyl alcohol should do that, eh? So I've got it started, but I want to keep going with it. So we'll have to maybe work on that maybe next week. We'll do another Patreon All Members Live, and I'll work on it there. Because we're starting a new workshop tomorrow, too, as well on Patreon for anybody who may want to come and give it a go. We are going to... Where did I put my stone? We are going to do... it's a square design. We're going to do 2 different sizes. And we're going to do as many different color combos as we can think of, or any that anybody wants to try out. In a couple different sizes, we're going to do a 3-inch size and a 1.5-inch size. So think ornament and keychain. And we may do a second design too. We're gonna do this over a couple of weekends, at least 2 weekends, maybe 3. So we're gonna keep playing with this, and hopefully it'll give those of you who do a lot of markets or are going to be doing some markets, give you some ideas for some inventory too. Barb says, I just buy more clothes. And right, Lorna? Stupid adult responsibility. Cara said, this morning I woke up to my email notification that my favorite boy band, 98 Degrees, is coming to Detroit. Oh, no, Cara. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, how, you know what? Send a social media post or something and say, if somebody can take me to the concert, I need help. You never know. And say, hey, if you're already going, if you'd be willing to take me with you. You never know. Ingrid's here. Hi, Ingrid. Hire a guy with a nice truck. There you go, Barb. When did I decide to do a fall mug? Yeah, I think when you were sleeping. I liked these colors, and I thought, it would be really cool to find a color combination that uses all 3 of these colors, but just have it change, right? So like on this one, I'd use all of the colors except for the rust, because the rust is in the background. This one, I would use the rust and the green and the other colors. And then same with the green one. So that's what I'm thinking. I think that they could all be kind of like the same color family and look like a set. But I think we're going to be able to get 3 different designs out of it. So I need to grab my eyeglasses and I need to grab a notebook, because we are going to write down, I'm going to take ownership of this and not drag you down with me. I'm going to write down all of the steps for each of the designs so I can write patterns. So bear with me 2 more seconds. I need glasses. Oh my gosh. I need a notebook, Audrey. Okie dokie. I grabbed a notebook, got my glasses. I gotta show you the notebook I found at the store the other day though. Hold on. I forgot to show you guys this. Look at this notebook. Art Before Dishes. It was $1.99 and it's blank, and I never use blank pages, but you can bet your ass that went into my basket as fast as my little hands could manage. All right, so we need to get paint colors. Isn't that great though? I know. I want to get t-shirts made and make sweatshirts and stuff too. Oh shoot, I keep knocking over this canvas behind me. One sec. Okay. I'm going to move it so I don't poke a hole in it. Miss Audrey is curled up in on her pink couch out in the living room, so she may join us a little later today. We'll see. What else do we need here? This I'll show you. So, this is going to be the design that we are going to start with for the workshop this weekend. And, yeah, we're going to do a couple different versions. I'm going to paint on canvas panels. Because I want to do like 4 different designs on canvas panels, I think, or on stones. I'm not really sure, but we'll play with anything. But technically it's going to be the same size as the flat disc ornaments. The small stones, like this one from Happy Dotting Company molds. And then keychain size. Just wanted to unplug my heat gun. I left it plugged in all night, which was not the smartest thing I've ever done. All right, so I need multi-surface paints since we're painting on mugs. And I need to wipe down with some isopropyl alcohol. I've got the notebook ready and a pen. Let's see what other crap I can get out of the way first. All right, and let me catch up on the comments too. No. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Kim. Yeah, maybe there's another person wanting to go too, yeah. That's all right, Lorna. I read everything anyway. Barb, I don't trust strangers. I do have one online friend that's also a fan of 98 Degrees, but she's in Pennsylvania. Too bad she couldn't come for a visit, eh? You're in Canton. Melinda in Detroit. I know, happy Friday. Kim, is today your birthday? Or was it last week? I'm really sorry. I got to start writing this down. We need a Google Calendar that we can put all the birthdays in. Was that last week? I remember saying a happy early birthday to you, but I can't remember how long ago that was. I'm reading Barb's comments silently first. I'm still really behind, so bear with me. I do. I used to go alone so I don't have to talk to anyone. I used to love going to concerts alone. But it's just not practical for everybody, and not everyone's comfortable with it. I think I was lucky because I spent so much time going to concerts so much when I was a teenager. Like my friend and I, we went literally every weekend. There was a concert, sometimes 2 concerts. So I got used to the train system, and I got used to where I was going and all of that sort of stuff. And I think that definitely made me feel a lot more secure when it did come time for me to be going by myself. But what's new, Debbie? Oh, thank you, Barb. Barb said hello to all new arrivals. Hit the like button. Don't be a skeptical Barb. No family is taking me, Cara. They can't. Oh, I'm so sorry, Cara. That's horrible. Yeah, some people have no taste. Them, not you, exactly. Fortunately, I'm with your family. I'm not a Degrees fan, or I would suggest we go together. Oh, that's so kind of you the thought's kind anyway, Melinda. Yeah. Hey, you never know. Maybe you'll go out for dinner and you'll go to the Cheesecake Factory and they'll be having lunch or something. You just run into them on the street. Your daughter's is today. Yours was last week. Well, that's lovely that your birthdays are close together. Do you celebrate together, or do you celebrate one at a time? I need to completely change what I'm doing here because I need to find my chalk pens. Now, I wonder where I would have put those. All right. Just clear a little space here. We have to get multi-surface paints, so that means I have to go up to the top shelf. I can move this stuff out of the way, this stuff out of the way, and this stuff out of the way. Then we can clean up the palette and do that later. The stencil can go over there. That can go over there. What else can we move? So I will put my notebook over here and find chalk pens. There they are. Oh, lovely. Is that them? That's not them. Oh, that's them. Chalk pens. And because they're matte, the watercolor pencil crayons might even work. So we'll see. We'll give it a go. Give it a shot. And I have this super skinny washi tape from Cindy too. So that'll be fun. All right. I'm getting more organized, you guys. Getting there slowly but surely. Okay, let's see. These are all fine tip. Okay. Now, first, before we do that, let's try the pencil just to see. Nope. I mean, I can kind of see it, but it's not going to stay there. You're not going to be able to see it. Let's see. So I can see it, but unless I'm drawing like a line, and if my hand goes over it, it's gone. Okay, so that's not going to work. That's fine. We'll get the chalk pens out. First, we're going to clean off the sticker goo. And we'll keep going here. I'm scrolling back. I'm so sorry. I'm so freaking far behind. I'm just really slow, Barb. I promise I'm not reading everything super slow and quiet right now. Cara said, I'll just be happy that 98 degrees in my city. Yes. And happy birthday to your daughter, Tina said. Now I have to go look up 98 degrees. You'll probably recognize some of the songs. Barb said, I will not go to concerts. I work in the building and see a lot of the shit that goes on before and after, but I love watching live concerts on demand or YouTube. Yeah, in person is very different than watching it. And especially having to work it too, right? Hey, Tracy. You celebrate separately? Well, I hope you guys have a great day. Hope she has a great day today. Debbie was cleaning up outside from thunderstorms this morning. Now it's too hot to keep working. Oh my gosh, it must be so muggy and humid, eh? Just one thing after another, eh, Debbie? You're just cleaning constantly. First the dust, then this. Juicebox guy doing a garden this year. He coddling his peppers. Velma says, Debbie, I'm still cleaning up from our thunderstorm on Tuesday. What a mess. Was there a lot of trees and stuff down? A lot of debris? Cara said 90 degrees. Also have meet and greets where fans can meet the band and have a picture with them. I would have loved to attend meet and greet and take one of my crochet. That would have been really cool, eh, Cara? Debbie, of course I came into a mess from the cats. Get your kitty a friend, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Beginning of harvest time, Tracy has lots of peppers. Very nice. Keeps them occupied during art time. Yeah, go work on your garden. Hey, Patty, how you doing? You're better off to edit my post. Nah, let's just go off the cuff. Let's go along. Hi, Patty. You painting along today? Lovely. Did you dream of Roy? Barb asked. Aw, I'm so glad it was such a good day. Did you steal one of his blankies to take home? Never washing this blankie because it smells so good. All right, we're going to try the isopropyl alcohol, and hopefully this will work to get the goo off. You can kind of see the stripe of it there. Is this the best way to get glue off? It's not working. Anybody have any magic tricks to do to get glue off? Had a lot of flooding. Oh my god, some streets are still closed. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. All right, let's try this again. Let's see what I can do here. Are you gonna come off? How am I gonna get this off? I gotta go get the iPad, I think, and figure out how to get the glue off. Dish soap, do you think? Do you think dish soap would do it? Maybe hot soapy water. Heat gun? Heat gun I have here. Hot soapy water's in the other room, and I'm lazy, so let's try the heat gun first. All right, I'm gonna plug the heat gun back in, and then we'll see what we can do here. Love it, Tina. Love it. Anything where I can stay sitting on my ass and not have to move. All right, let's see if the heat gun works first. And if it works on this one, I'll do it on one. And then I'll soak the others. Unless maybe it'll even work really quickly. All right, move the alcohol. Vomited on me, so yes, the smell came home with me. I'll be packing extra clothes to keep them in my trunk. Picking up prom songs and sweeping. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. You always used hot soapy water, Melinda? Okay, awesome. Velvet used a heat gun. All right. Well, we'll try that. So that's 2 votes for each. Scotch Brite and hot water should do it. What's Scotch Brite? I don't know what that is. Is that one of the scrubbies? And then what do you, when you use your heat gun, what do you pull it off with? Just a cloth? The green pads for washing dishes. Okay. All right. I don't have the patience to do this after all. All right. I'm going to bring you with me. We're going into the kitchen. We're going to wash a couple mugs. All right. So 1, 2. Stick this one in my armpit. And this one can be noisy and can be grabbed. And we will go this way. Don't mind the mess. And the clothes all over the floor. There we go. All kinds of junk. Let's go in the junk drawer. Excellent. Got some of those. And then we'll turn this around. Hi. Put you guys there. All right, let's give this a go. Scotch Brite for the win. Thanks, Tracy. I'll put a little soap on the next one, I think, as well. Look at that. Almost. Number one. You just, Bob's got to go. Gotta call for CAA, Mom. How about you put the air compressor I got you in the bunker so you can inflate your flat tire? Oh no, won't be here, Barb. My daughter's mother and father-in-law are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. Oh, that's cool, Lorna. That's really cool. Oops. I'm trying to scroll. Mom's not doing too bad. She's having a snooze and doing all right. She slept a little bit better last night, which is good. Look at that. Tracy, these new mugs are from Dollarama. They're 17.5-ounce mugs, and they're matte. They're gorgeous. I got 5 different colors. I will be going back for more. So we're going to have lots of mug patterns coming up over the next little while. Beautiful. Done, 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 done. And number 2. I don't like when they have the sticker on the bottom as well. These ones I can get off easy. You just soak them in water and they just peel right off. But those ones down the side, that's supposed to make them look fancier. No good that is. No good that is. All right, we're gonna paint the yellow one first anyway, but at least we got this done. 1, 2, 3. And you can come with me. Hi. There's Miss Audrey. Beep dee dee. Say hello to everybody. Hello, Noodle. All right, back in we go. And we are back, but my phone is totally gonna fall any second. Woo! Well, that was fun. Okay, I've got to go back and redo a spot on this yellow mug. 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Turns out on that yellow mug, all I did was just move the glue around a little bit. But adding a little bit of soap, hold it right off. All right. So I'm going to show you the colors first part's easy. I just need to pick colors that match the mugs. And I might not have colors that match all the mugs, so we'll see. All right, let me scroll back and catch up. And Miss Audrey's doing well, Kim. Thanks for asking. How are you and Emily doing? That many years. That's lovely, Lorna. Congratulations to them. I know, isn't she so cute? You're excited, Lorna? That's awesome. Makes the glue stop. Okay, so if I'd used the heat gun before I pulled the sticker off, that would have been my better way to go then, I guess, eh? That makes sense. Okay, I will remember that. Thank you. All right. So the first thing I need to do is pick some colors. So I need a color that matches this one. No, that is not khaki enough. That is too light, I think. And what about you? That is too green. No, I think that's the one we're gonna go with. So we are gonna go with Woodland Green, Deco Art Americana Multi-Surface. And then for the orange, we're gonna go with Flame. And then we'll have to create our own mustard yellow, I think. Tracy said, I have to go to Staples later and there's $1. Guess I'm going there. Yeah. Do you want to see the other colors too? So we have these three. As soon as I saw the khaki green, I made a weird noise because the khaki green, that just really made me happy. But then they also had like a nice light blue. Next to these colors, it looks kind of muted enough, right? Like next to the yellow and everything, they look really good. But they also had a dusty pink as well. And they're matte. They're matte. Oh, so excited. So this is just going to be round 1 with these mugs. Then we're going to be getting some more. And then we're going to do round 2 and we're going to do some brush strokes. And then I've got those tumblers, Tracy, that I was having, as always, I sitting around and wait for just the perfect idea. And I've already thought about doing the bliss design on them. But I might have to do brush strokes on them too, because that could be really cool. All right, so we are going to go with, let me move a bunch of this stuff. God, I got a lot of crap out here. I gotta put some stuff away. Now, why would I do that? So now we need a dark red. That's lipstick. What's this one? I think I almost like that one better. Or, hang on. So that's lipstick red. It almost looks a little too, a little too muted. But that might actually work well. Oh, I just about stuck my finger right back in it. All right, so let's stick with lipstick red. The orange is Craft Smart. So I will have to make a mustard yellow. So I can do that, but I will keep the yellow out. And I probably will just have to add a little bit of green or brown to it, so that'll be easy. And then I want kind of like a cream color. So I think what we'll do is I've got these 2 different colors of metallics, champagne and taupe. We can use those maybe. Because I don't think that I have. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else. But I can make a cream color though, right? I could. Ooh, that would be pretty. I've got a chocolate brown metallic that I could use. And then maybe even mix these two together. Or do we want to mix our own color? You know what? I think we'll keep the brown metallic out. And we will grab... We're going to grab plain white. And I'm sure that I have a brown multi-surface. So now I got to find it. Gotta have one. Oh. I've also got this. Oh, this one's going to be so much better than that red. All right, this one is a Craft Smart, and it's called French Wine. Just giving it a good shake. That one's gorgeous. All right, so we're going to do those, and then we're going to create... I got to have a brown multi-surface around here somewhere, right? Gotta. I have to. All right, let me catch up on comments. They were $2.50 each, Tracy. I know, isn't she such a cutie, Lorna? I'm so lucky. Yeah, aren't they pretty? Yeah, $2.50. Bananas. Now, how do I not have a brown multi-surface? Damn it. Well, maybe then this is what we'll do. We will take, what do we have here? Pearl white, and what are you? White. So we're going to take pearl white instead of white. And let's try mixing it with a little bit of the brown metallic, and we'll see what happens there, what that makes for us. Okay. So I have, that yellow actually is pretty perfect. I bought this at Dollarama as well. Huge palette. I kind of figured, like, even if I cut it up into smaller bits and I can cut the lid up, it can make some, I don't care if I have some half palettes, because I'm never going to need 140 paints at once like this, right? So I could technically cut it down the middle and then, like, zigzag it around. You know what I mean? And make a few of these and then cut the lids to go on top and not have to have, like, the whole thing. However, this was $4 at Dollarama. I had another one like this that I bought that's got the silicone bottom, but it doesn't have the silicone lid. And I like the silicone lid. I feel like it forms a little bit more of an airtight seal, but I still have to weight it down, so it probably doesn't matter. But this is the other one that I got. And this one's significantly bigger spots too, right? I like that this one's quite a bit smaller. Nope, still haven't found my paint pots. And to be fair, I haven't gone looking. So you know what? Let's take 2 seconds and let's look. Just in case. Because I feel like they're not completely disappeared. But they might be. We'll find out. they're not gone, but I definitely do not know. So yeah, we're going to use that one. I'll do a deep dive one of these days and find it. All right, so let's fill up here. All right, so this one again is Craft Smart Red Wine. Red wine. French wine. I'm here sitting saying red wine and I'm singing UB40 in the back of my head. All right. So now our orange is called Flame, and it's also a Craft Smart. I'm a big fan of the Craft Smart multi-surface. I've had a lot of really good luck with them. All right. Orange. And I can even add a little bit of the French wine to that. And then we'll do our yellow. So apparently I need to go and buy myself some brown multi-surface. Yellow. Yellow. Oh, thank you, Tina. Yes, I always forget, and you guys are so good at remembering. Thank you. If you guys are liking the live, if you're watching the replay and you're enjoying the replay so far, if you stay later and enjoy the video and the live, it would be amazing, and I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, give us a subscribe and hit the like button. It tells YouTube that my stuff is worth watching, and I appreciate it very much. If you can't find the thumbs up button, if you minimize the chat, up in the top left-hand corner by my username, there should be, by my channel name, there should be a thumbs up button up there. All right, and then we've got our green. There's a little bit of yellow in here. All right, so now let's see what we can do with the brown. Let's assume we're gonna try both. Is this multi-surface too? This is multi-surface, so let's use this one. So the brown might give us enough, but I might do 2 shades. Thanks, guys. Much appreciated. So there's the brown, which I think looks freaking awesome. And then we'll do our 6th color, just in case. Excuse me. Come on. All right, let's see what this does. I think it's going to kind of turn into that champagne color, which might be nicer than a bright white anyway. I don't know. I don't think it goes, does it? I think we can just do the brown and be good. And this paint I can actually put in the bottle with the other champagne colored paint, so it'll be fine. Won't have wasted any of it. Lovely. All right, I'm gonna grab some paper towel. We have 1, 2, and then we have to make decisions. Then it is time for decisions to be made. I want to do 3 completely different designs. I know that for sure. Oh, nail polish remover. Never thought of that, Estella. Thank you for that. Yeah, the degreaser stuff, that's a good plan too. I used a bit of Dawn, so maybe that's why it helped so much. I used the Dawn with the scrubby, the Scotch-Brite that Tracy suggested, so that worked. All right, so let's put the lid on this. Got our paints ready. We are good to go. And now we need to figure out what the hell we're gonna do. So let's think about that one, shall we? That was a satisfying sticker peel. Okay, so I'm gonna write a pattern for each one. So this one is gonna be called Honey Mustard. This is a mug, yellow. So I'm going to be writing down all the steps so I can write a pattern. So now I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do. All right, so let's go through options. Tracy asked, question for our American friends. Are mental health services free or covered under insurance in the U.S.? That is a good question. All right, now I need another piece of paper. Nothing is free here, Tina said. Yeah. I'm going to start this one and we're going to do, I'm just going to start filling the mug. That's what we're going to do. All right, so how are we going to do this? So what I'm thinking is, well, there's a couple different things that we can do. Maybe that would be better. Yeah, that would be better. So one of the things I was thinking is I could pick a size of a circle. I could do like those concentric circles, row upon row upon row of dots, right? And then once that one dries, then I can lay the stencil somewhere else and kind of fill in the mug as it goes around, right? That's option number one. The mug stand I got from my friend Jennifer. She made this for me. And I believe she's hoping to eventually put out some instructions for it, but it's just PVC pipe and a pool noodle. And that little, like you could also use this kind of stuff. You know, stuff that you get for in the drawers, your drawer liners that have that squishy stuff on it, and wrap the pool noodle in that so that the mug doesn't fall. And this thing's amazing. I want to actually build my own version of just this part here, I want it to mount on the wall right here and have a bunch of these sticking out so that I can work on mugs, because normally I have to wait for them to dry before I can turn them and keep working on them a lot of the times, right? Especially with Bliss mugs specifically, because the Bliss paint is so thick. But to be able to kind of put it on any angle, let it sit and dry, still have the stand so I can work on more. I want a whole wall full of these things eventually. Sometimes insurance covers it. Probably depends on what company. And lately, less and less is covered. Yep. It's, hey, got any guapes? Yeah. And didn't I see that, have we seen Steffi? I thought that there was an active shooter at a university in Tennessee today, too. I thought I saw that on TikTok earlier. I know, I've been planning to do that for years. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. The other thing that's kind of thrown that kind of off to the wayside, too, is the fact that I'm not shipping physical items to the U.S. anymore, right? So I'm not selling. It's not like I'm going to paint this mug and I'm going to be able to sell it really fast like I used to, right? Not that I was trying to sell a lot of the times, but I was lucky in that I didn't have to try to sell a lot of the times. So frustrating. So frustrating. Hey, got any guapes? Yes, you got it. Thanks, Patty. So overlapping circles of concentric circles is one option. I've thought too, we could do a mandala, like just a big mandala on the front and then just do some kind of embellishment around the handle. That could be kind of cool. I usually do them opposite from the handle so that it doesn't matter if you're right or left-handed. The other option that I thought of that might be cool is what if... So here's the rim of the mug, here's the base of the mug, here's the middle of the mug, right? So if I did a whole bunch of kind of coming up here, and then we did half mandalas like this going all the way around, I thought that could be kind of cool. Like, I feel like I could... I really even do 3 lines. Yeah, I could do that. What do you think? Or we can do just the standard wraparound where we start along the bottom when we build our way up, or we start in the middle and we work our way out that way. What do you think? I think I'm leaning towards this one. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards that one. However, that's just for the first one. We have 3 of them to do, so let me know what you think, though, okay? I'm going to grab this. I'm going to also grab this, because if I do those half and half ones, then I want to make sure that I tape off the bottom of the mug. And to make sure that it's straight, we're going to use the Lazy Susan trick, right? We're going to use the Lazy Susan. We're going to put the mug here. We're going to figure out which of these 3 chalk pens actually works. And then we will draw a line, and then I'll line the tape up with the line. That'll be better. Let's see. Let's see. All right, this one is good. So we will do that one. Now, I have to see where I need to set this up. That is too high. It needs to be up slightly higher than this. All right, now I start grabbing stuff out of cupboards to stack. Let's see how it goes. Let's see. Let's try these. I think at 3, that's up a little high. That's a little low. Well, let's see. Is it though? No, actually I think that would actually be a good spot. All right, here we go. It's so scary, everything that's happening right now. Okay, so we've got that one. So now we've got that one. Hi, Karina, how are you doing? And I'm gonna make this a little bit taller because the paint is not non-toxic, so. All right, so now I've got those 2 lines. So now what I want to do is I want to find the middle. And we're going to go a little bit further than the middle. I'm doing good, Karina. It's good to see you. I found new mugs at Dollarama. So now we're playing. All right, so now I'll put it back on the stand. This stand changed my whole potential business with mugs. This mug stand is why I can still paint mugs. When I was holding on to the mugs, oh my God, my wrists were so sore. Oh my God, that's exactly 10 centimeters. How freaking cool is that? 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. All right, this is what we are gonna do. Yes, okay, here we go. See how many wood blocks I need to stack them up. What's new and exciting, Karina? You got markets this weekend? Have you had a good summer? So close. But maybe I can get away with that. Okay, you need to go in the middle. And behave yourself, please. Okay, so hold on here. There. I was telling Patty my husband likes to send me mandala images. Last night I was painting ornaments. He sent me images of your work, Jenna's work, and Pearl's work. That's so cool. I love that. No way. The one that you got? That's so awesome. Oh my God, that's so funny. How lovely. That's nice that he does that for you. That's so thoughtful. All right. I'm just gonna make a note here. That's 0.6. So if I go here and I go 0.6, and that's where I want to stack up to. Okay. So we're going to go here. I'm going to start here. We have okay, so now I need a thinner one. We're going to keep doing this. Bear with me. Perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna get back to the fun stuff. So we're gonna grab that. Move that. I'm gonna grab stencils. And I'm gonna just do a screenshot here so that I can show where these marks are. I just want to be able to see this. So I'm going to pull the photo out of the video when I'm going to do the tutorial. So I'll do that. I did that for the Bloom workshop, and I think it worked really well. I think it seemed to anyway. All right, so then I can edit this and put the measurements in. So now I need to grab that chalk pen again. Oh, it's this one right here. All right, so if I'm gonna go from there, the only thing I don't like about these mugs is that the handle's kind of tiny to there. Handle's a little tinier than I'd like. It seems a little dinky for such a big mug. Like I said, it's 17.5 ounces. It's humongous. All right, so let's see. How big are we talking? We are at 26.5. All right, so now I got to do some mathing. Actually, here, let's write this down. So we have our mug. I'm going to draw a picture. So we have our mug. And we have our handle. So we're going to have a line here and a line here. And that line is 10 centimeters. Then we're going to have another line here and another line here. And this, well, actually, let's do it in here. That one are, that one is 3.3. That one is 3.1. That one is 3.4. Hang on. This needs to be same distance from the bottom line, which is 6.5, as this one needs to be from the bottom. That's why. This one, crapola, got to do another line, needs to be here. Here. All right, so we try again. No problemo. It's fine. Oh, somebody's having a rough cough out there. We doing all right? Have another market tomorrow. Markets have been good. I keep forgetting to ask how your Christmas. Oh, it was awful. But I did sign up for a couple others. The main issue that we kind of all agreed after I mentioned it at one point was that it was 40 degrees that day. It was one of the first really, really bad days for the heat waves that we had. So it was just bad timing, I think, because of that, because nobody was leaving their house when it was that hot. So I signed up for 2 more. One of them is the Thursday before the first weekend in November, and the second one is the first Friday in December. And both of these markets are from 5 to 9 p.m. and they are specifically on big marketed shopping nights in the town where they're at. Like when they close down the streets and they have food vendors and people walk around the streets and just shopping their sidewalk sales and stuff. So that those I think are going to be really good. So I'm really, 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 really hoping to be able to sell a bunch of ornaments then. I'm hoping it's a little bit better timing. And I'm going to try to even have some prints ready. Tracy, I keep thinking about your incredible the incredible setup that you're going to have with taking photos for prints. That's going to be awesome. How great to find somebody who does it all. Yeah, so hopefully the next one will be better. I think it was just crap timing, I think. So fingers crossed the next one will be better. I hope so anyway. Yay. All right, so now I just got to get it working. Okay, hold on. Steffi! Yeah, fingers crossed, exactly. There we go. All right, here we go. Okay. Now we can move those to the side. Now we can move that to the side. Much better. Okay. To say, hi, Tina? Tina, is that you? So my mug, what did I say? I have 26.5 centimeters. So then I need to do mathing. So 26.5 divided by 2 is 13.25. Okay. So hopefully this will end up being exactly the center. And if not, we're going to line it up with our mug handle. So I need 13.25. Come on. I'm going to try and bite the the lid off, but my teeth are too soft. What's happening here? 13.25. Come on. 2.5. Oh, don't. These stupid things are my nemesis. All right, so let's see if this actually works out that this is directly across from the handle. It is not. So we are going to center with the handle instead of with the actual measurement. So what I want to do is say that this is about halfway across my mug. So now I'm going to actually grab, this is where I stick with a straight ruler. I go here. And then I'll make a mark here. And then I should be able to go here. Where are you? Oh, bite me, you stupid chalk marker. Well, at least it worked before. I don't know what its problem is now, but at least it worked for the solid lines. I guess that's a good thing, eh? Well, I don't know what helped us before, but we're good now. So now I'm going to bring this line down. I gotta try and fix this. This is infuriating. It's gonna take longer to do the guidelines than it is gonna be to paint anything. We're gonna be working on this for the next 6 hours. Already been an hour and 15. Haven't reached out to her yet. I need to decide a couple pieces to start with. That's really cool though. Yeah, the guitar would be awesome. Maybe this wasn't the pen that I was using before. I've got 3 of them. Maybe I was using a different one. Let's see. No, you're garbage. because I grabbed the wrong pen. Fantastic. Nothing feels better than that. Two hours later. Yeah, 2 hours later. All right, so we're going to do a half mandala, and it's going to go up to this line. So okay, now we go to this side. Try and keep it flat. I think all right, so if we do that, then if we do here, oh, that's gonna match up perfectly. Awesome. All right. So let's start painting, shall we? Let's do this. All right. Each one is gonna be exactly the same. It's just gonna be a matter of where we put it. So we're gonna go center, dot, row 1. All right, got a couple of them written down now. I can get that out of the way. I can get those out of the way. I can get that out of the way. And those out of the way. And we need paints over here. We need cloth for paints over there. We need pad and paper over to the right. And now we should be good to go. Okay. I think the chocolate brown needs to be the center dot, right? So what I'm going to do now is I actually need to grab that tape back because I'm going to tape off this bottom line and the top line because I want to be able to do a full dot and maybe the tape will work and pull the paint off for me. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So we're going to give it a shot. See if I can get it to work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to work. No, it's not going to work. That's going to be way more trouble than it's worth, and it's going to twist. Now maybe up here I can do. But down at the bottom, that is not going to work. Oops. Oh, come on. Oh, I might be able to do it. I just got to do it a different way, I think. Down at the bottom. I can do it, though. Of course I can. Okay. So now, I'm going to go here. And we're just going to... fold that over. And now we're going to try the other end. I'm really nosy, Tracy, and you certainly don't have to share it, but I would love to know about the pricing for something like that, because I got to go on look out for something like that, I think. It's a nice shape of the mug. I agree, Steffi. These are my kind of mugs. Like the little small ones that are the equivalent of about, 100 milliliters of fluid? Nah, this is 17 and a half ounces. This is rawr, you know? How'd you make out? How'd you do? Hi, Cher. Jamie's related to the little engine that could. Oh, that's so sweet of you, lovely. How you doing? Now I'm gonna try. Ooh, shit. No, I'm not. God. Can't take me anywhere. All right. I'll figure this out. Hold on. Let's get the... Are you having a good Friday so far, Cher? I hope so. I'm gonna grab my skinnier green painter's tape because it might be better on the bottom. One sec. It's just a little bit skinnier than that white tape. I like the white painter's tape, but it's a little bit thicker than I'd like. Idiot's flat tire, and of course she leaves her compressor at home. Told her then, keep it in your car with the tires. Legit though, something I learned with Jamie's Patreon is to take time and be particular. Yes. Right? And the hardest thing I think is when you're live, right? I think it's easy to feel like I need to be moving faster because people are sitting and watching, right? Take your time, be particular. It does not matter if other people would be that particular. It does not matter if they enjoy watching you be that particular. This is about your outcome, right? So make sure that you do what you need to do to have the outcome that you want. Oh, this tape is not good. All right, let's try this again. Keep it in your car. That's the whole point of being in the car. Better now, so good. Yeah, seems logical. Yeah, they're very lucky to have her, aren't they, Tracy? Yeah, we're okay with slow because we get to see the process. Yeah, and this is just the reality of it too, right? I think that there is something that's just not as helpful when you see a process going really, really quickly, because it's just not the reality of it. So if you only see the fast parts of it and you're trying to learn, how are you ever going to have the confidence to keep going if you are always thinking that you're being too slow? I should be able to do this faster. Doesn't have to be fast. I think I have just made my life so difficult with this one. That's okay. This is probably where I should have used the washi tape too, but it was too skinny. That's okay. We'll get it. It depends on what you're painting for too. If you're trying to get a whole bunch of inventory done for a market, then it's a completely different process than you're going to want to go through. If you are just kind of doing your thing and it gets done when it gets done, right? So always kind of pick and choose based on what the urgency of the need for the item is too. Trying to get it finished for something, or are you trying to experiment and see what happens? No wrong answer. Just make sure you're being really honest with yourself so then you can prepare yourself for the process that it's going to take and kind of sink into that process too, right? Not resent that process. If you go into it saying, okay, I've got to get this done really, really fast and things keep happening, that's where the frustration comes in. Whereas if you sit down and say, I just feel like painting today and I have no idea what's going to happen and we'll just see what kind of comes of it, you know? Whole different kind of way to do it. I would do well to take math lessons. I think you hit on it though. I think that's the lesson in it, is to take your time. You're not going to have to divide by tons and tons of numbers. You can use a calculator if you need to, but just to get the symmetry. Symmetry is really about pairs, right? So how can you make one side equal to the other? So it brings it down. So it's really only talking about two different things a lot of the time. And then it just depends on how complicated you make it going forward. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. So I'm going to start with a center dot. And I want my center dot to be... we're going to go with a 14. 14? Yeah, let's go with a 14. So I'm just going to push down my tape. So this is brown. I'm going to write it down. Not difficult, challenging. Easy is boring. Yes. Follow-ups, take your time. Follows up, take your time. Lesson. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? Well, what did I get myself into? The three girls just had nails done trying to handle tire caps. Shit happens to idiots, but they looked good trying. Well, that's good. Yeah, you definitely didn't miss anything because we're still here. We're still doing the same thing. All right. All right, so I'm going to try to pull most of this paint up here. Bubbles that I'll have to deal with. And we'll see how this works, right? I'll do this one side. If it doesn't work, I'll peel the paint off and we'll do something different, right? Not the end of the world. I could even just do that, couldn't I? Push the paint up there. No, that's not going to go well. There's a huge ass bubble buried under there too. You can see it. Come on. There you go. Gotcha, sucker. Okay. So now we start to paint. So, look at the bubbles in my yellow paint. Look at that. I'm going to go grab the barbecue lighter. I'll be right back. I'm definitely not dealing with those. All right. That's a lot of bubbles, man. There's more coming too. Oh well, we'll deal with it. All right, let's move on. Oh, I'm not using the yellow on this one anyway. That's right. Because I need the other colors, not the red. Okay. Thoughts on using your new super skinny washi for that bottom fine line? So I thought about that because it would do the line really, really well, but what it wouldn't do is cover this extra space that I have to dot over top of and then pull off. Oh, but it could just slice it right in half, couldn't it? And then I can just pick the other side off. Yep. It'd probably work better too. All right. All right. All right. Hold on. All right, let me grab the super skinny washi tape. You are 100% right. Okay, what color do we want? We have green, we have orange, we have red, we have purple, we have blue, we have... Oh, what are you? Oh, you're like black. Blue, some rainbow, some white. Let's use the white first. Let's use the ones we don't care about running out of as much. Very, very, very good point. Frothy. Yeah, it was really frothy, eh? So surprising, Stephanie. I'm waiting for the first time you say stunting that I don't completely relate to that. Something that I don't completely relate to, yeah. Yeah, the washi is cute. There we go. That's cleaned up all right. All right, so let's try this. Waiting for me to figure out how to open the packaging. All right, and hold on. I'm going to put a little bit water back on this. We have done 1/2 dot in an hour and a half, but it's 3:33. Oh, I'm getting a lot of repeat numbers lately. Got 11:11 last night, 5:55 this morning, 3:33 now. That's cool. I like that. Your virtual twin. Thank you. I think the 1/2 dot did pretty good too. All right, let's see. Let me do it this way. Look at how skinny that motherfucker is. Now let's see if I'm coordinated enough to use the skinny washi tape. I just grabbed the white this time. Okay, let's see. Eee. Oh, that works quite nice though. You take your time. It definitely curves it well. Oop, stay. Shit, it's not sticking. I think the sticky stuff is on. Shit. That good job on that dot is now done. Yeah, it's not sticking. Shit. Shit. All right. No, we're going back to the painter's tape. I can't do this. I think what was happening is when I was unraveling the washi tape, the sticky part of one side was left behind on the other. So instead of just going through and trying to find another one, I'll wait and work on that another time. And I'm going to just remove this. Son of a bitch. Oh well, it was worth a shot, right? Always worth a shot. Because it should have, in theory, worked really well. I think I might have just picked a bad one. Because, yeah, when I was pulling it off, I could see these parts of it was coming up clear. And I think that what was happening is the glue on the other side was staying stuck to the top of the next row of washi tape. So it wasn't even sticking in spots. But we will try it again. That will not be the last time we use those washi tapes. That is a guarantee. So let's go back to here and let's grab our painter's tape. It happens. I know, some angel numbers. I know. I gotta look at those and see what ones they are. Hopefully one of them means I'm gonna win a lottery ticket. ASMR After Dark, right? All right, here we go. Okie dokie. I use all washi instead of chalk because the washi doesn't love the yeah, the wash doesn't for sure. And the paint doesn't like the chalk either, right? It's why you don't want to use any more chalk than you absolutely have to, because anything that is in between your paint and the surface that you're trying to adhere the paint to, it's gonna potentially get in the way, right? That's why I do a lot of the dots. The washi tape is another really good option. If you have stickers, that can help block things off, right? I've never tried masking fluid on ceramic, so I don't know if it would work or not. have to try that sometimes. I had a bunch of masking fluid and I went to pull it out of a container that I've been moving around since I moved out of my apartment in Bowmanville, and it was rock solid. I'm like, nope, guess we're not using this stuff. I guess I will buy new masking fluid if I ever need it again. Rock hard. All right, bear with me in one more minute here, and then we will be good to go. Oops. Okay. And now we try again. We will leave this in one spot. All right. We live and we learn. And it's all fine. Wonder if plumber's tape would work. Yeah, it very well might. It very well might. I wonder how much glue it would leave behind. That would be the only concern is with any tape. That would probably be more electrical tape that would be a problem, but it might work. Must have better angels than I do. Mine go silent for a long time. One reason why you shouldn't wait 2 years to finish something. I need to touch up some of the black, but I have no idea which black. Oh, I know. Isn't that awful? Yeah. I had that happen too. Or you want to finish a piece and you're like, these are beautiful colors. Too bad I have no idea which paints I used. And I used to spend hours scrolling back through video to try and see if there was just one glimpse of the paint bottle. At least tell me what brand it is. Give me a hint and I can try and figure it out. It's awful. And that's when I had the idea, like, I'll just write everything down all the time, or I'll just put paints in little packets, in paint pots, and little boxes based on the project that they're working on. And then 600 paint pots later, and they're all full of paints, and I didn't write anything down. Yeah, it only takes less than 24 hours to forget it. You don't think it's too gluey? That should be good then. Give it a shot. See how it goes. It's part of the reason I always have paint blob on top of my bottles, Tracy. Yeah. It's hard, but then if you've got 5 different blacks, how do you know which black you used for the base coat? Right? Did I use this gesso or that gesso? Everything, it just has a big impact, right? That sucks, Tracy. I'm sorry. All right, so let's do this again. Let's see if we can be as lucky for this one as we were for the first. Perfect. All right, so we'll let that one dry. And now we will go on to, ooh, there's more bubbles to pop. Let's play with some fire for a little bit longer. Look at all those yellow bubbles. Look at them all. Woo! Now I'm just getting carried away. Oh, well, again, I'm not using this one. Jamie, stop it. We're not using that one for now, so let's just move along. All right, so we are going to do a combination of the brown metallic, orange, red, and green. So I think we need to do, let's start with, orange. All right, let's do it. It doesn't have adhesive. Oh, that's good to know. You would think that it scorches the paint, and I don't know why it doesn't. I guess maybe I don't hold it there too long. Maybe Jenna has that magic answer. I don't know. Okay, so now we need to get painting. So let's pick a size. We're going to start with a size 1, because of course we're going to start small. Right? So row 1 is going to be 1.0, and we're going to do orange. Row 2 is going to be red. Row 3 is going to be green. Okay, here we go. I gotta turn you guys this way a little bit. So once I get this design done, I'm going to replicate this all around the mug. So I'm going to do a half one here, then I'll do like a quarter one over here and on either side of the handle, and then there'll be half ones on top. Kind of like when I did the alternating half of a bliss design mugs, like Tina's mug. All right. Tracy, sorry, Dobro rang. A woman wanting some vegetables. We plant a garden in our front yard for the neighbors to pick. Oh, that's lovely. That's so nice, Tracy. So generous. So we're going to be signing off here soon. I know we didn't make a lot of progress, but we will continue tonight because we are going to, I'm going to be live from 7 till 9 and then 10 p.m. till midnight tonight on TikTok. So if you are around and want to come hang out, I'd love to see you. And then we start a new workshop tomorrow on Patreon for the Symmetry Seekers. So that'll be fun. But today's going to be another good day with lots of painting and a double header on TikTok tonight. We're still here for about another 10 minutes, but I just wanted to throw that out there for now. All right, now we're going to go with green, I guess, right? I know, me neither. I don't have neighbors like that either. Not so kind, Lorna. Tracy said, nice, Tracy. I'm not that kind to let alone squirrels and rabbits that raid my garden. Oh, that's so lovely, Tracy. See, it's stuff like that. You help how you can. My neighbors drink Starbucks and order DoorDash, but I would love the neighborhood. Wouldn't that be lovely? The only thing you need to prep for Patreon is whatever surface you're going to be painting on. So, for example, if you're going to do a bunch of keychains and ornaments, make sure you've got them ready. Just have your paints handy because we're going to try a whole bunch of different color combos. But I think that's the big one. Just prep whatever you want to paint on. If you're going to paint on a canvas, get that painted too. I'm probably going to paint on a canvas. But I might paint on some keychains too. I'm not sure. But that's all you need to do. All right. So we're going to do another brown one. Sorry, completely zoned out on you there for a minute. Those two ran together, so I'll have to fix those, but that's okay. All right, so now let's go to green. And we are gonna do what? We're gonna do a size 5, I think. 5? You know what? I don't like the brown row. Nope, nope, nope. Don't like it. I don't like it. It's okay. Oh, and I screwed up that one too. Well, it's a good thing we're getting towards the end of the live for this one because we're not making any headway at all. That's okay. It happens. That happens sometimes, right? I find that it very often happens right on the heels of intense inspiration and excitement. Like, this doesn't surprise me that this is what's happening, and it's slower and it's a little more unsure, and yes, I like it, no, I don't, after that panel, because that panel was so fast, so fun, the one of Cindy's. It was so fun. It was so many ideas. And unfortunately, none of the ideas I was thinking about there are things that we're doing on the mug, right? So if you find that that happens to you too, like, hey, well, I was just on a roll and everything was going great, and then it was one thing after another that I didn't like, or it didn't work out, or whatever the case is, right? It's, for me at least, I find that that's normal. Like, one thing goes really well and the next 3 things are shit. And then one thing goes really, really well and then the next 3 things are shit. Every once in a while I can get 2 or 3 things in a row that do pretty well. And then the next 2 or 3 things are shit, right? And not shit as in bad, but shit as in I'm just not as happy with them. I'm either not having as much fun painting them. It's not turning out the way that I wanted. I'm having a hard time figuring out what I want to do. All of those things, right? All right, so let me fix that red dot. And then we're going to go in with, there we go, some green, and I'll do some dots that we're going to do some walking dots around later, and we'll do that. All right, let me scroll back. I'm so behind. I'm so sorry. Yes, anything divisible by 1.5 inches or anything divisible by 3 inches, which is the same, right? 3 inches is also divisible by 1.5. So if you want to, say, paint, like with this, right? I think, wouldn't it be cool to have 4 of these on one canvas, right? So I've got like a 6-inch canvas or a 7-inch canvas, and I have 4 of these tiled on there, right? Or what would be really cool is if we had a canvas big enough, right, to fit the 3-inch in the middle and then the 1.5 inches in the corners, and then make like a border around them, right? Have fun with it. Do a little bit of mathing. I'll show different layouts as well on the canvases for anybody who wants to try that stuff. But for ornaments and everything, but I think it would be cool too, like if you had, this one's a 3-inch canvas, so I divided it up into 4 1.5 inches and did like different rainbow combinations or something on it. I think that could be kind of fun. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun one. All right, I'm still trying to catch up. I'm so sorry. Yes, you could absolutely use your wooden butterfly. The issue is going to be you're going to have to draw a grid on it, Lorna, to make a bunch of, well, you could start with the 3-inch design in the middle and then add to it as you went. Or you'll kind of create a grid to tile the design on the butterfly. I hope that makes sense. Let me scroll. I'm so far behind. Making the world a kinder and more gentle world, one vegetable at a time, making a difference in people's lives. It is, though. It is. It makes a difference. You know, I think too many people worry about, well, I can't do anything to solve the big things. And solving the big things happens from making strides in the little things, right? So it matters. And anybody who's doing whatever they can to put goodness out into the world, it makes a difference. So I'm with you, Cher. Cher said, true kindness always makes me cry. If I get really old, my kids are going to have to lock me up. I know it sounded funny, but I meant it sincerely. I loved it. Me too, Steffi. I love that vibe too. I love you too. Oh, did I not verbally say I was going to take those dots off? I didn't, did I? I just said I don't like it and I moved on, didn't I? Barb says, Tracy, does Tony do garden tours and explain the growth of each veggie? My dad was bad. He measured cukes. No way. We'll see you later, Lorna. Like I said, I'm going to be on TikTok tonight. So if you guys are around, I'd love to hang out with you again later tonight, and we'll actually get more painting done. Well, hopefully. I'm not gonna promise the moon, but hopefully anyway. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Steffi. Yes, everyone hit like on your way out. Thank you. Love you to bits too, Lorna. If she comes back tonight and this is all scraped off my face, which you know, because you know it's a complete possibility. I'm happy with this, though. I am happy with this. I need to do my half red dots, but I am happy with this now. And place your bets, Barb said. Bye, Car. We'll see you later tonight, hopefully. Tracy, we'll see you tonight later, hopefully, too. Have a great rest of your afternoon, everyone. Remember your snacks tonight, Tracy said. Excellent point. Snacks. Yeah, I think it's possible to do it on the butterfly, Lorna, 100%, but I think it might be a little more complicated than you want to go for the first one. You hate yours already. Any act of kindness, no matter how small, makes the world a better place. Got that right. Barb, go get more snacks, Tina said. We'll see you on TikTok tonight. We'll see you later, Debbie. See you later, Tina, Patty, Velvet, Cher. Got to get something. Yeah, Dollarama's my go-to for snacks, too. Have enough trouble being myself. Well, that's why we're all here together. We're helping each other. All right, you guys. I love you to bits. And I will see you later this evening on TikTok, 7 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be square. Bye. Love ya.